Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Wednesday. It is Wacky Wednesday here at the household of mine. I am in Florida, and it is about 8 p.m., and I am a little bit different time tonight. I hope everybody's having a good evening. We are having a late dinner. I've had a crazy day. Good news, exciting news, just not so great news. Everything's just been so crazy tonight. But we are going to work on a cutesy little Americana craft, and I hope you will join me. Hello, Wanda. You're right on time, girlfriend. Well, anyway, you guys, it is Wacky Wednesday / Wednesday, and however you want to call it. It's been a crazy day here. We're doing something really cute, so make sure you come on in. Tell your friends. Hello, Marlene. Hello. I know I'm a little bit different hour than I usually am. I had some errands to run, and my craft that was planned for tonight kind of, you guys, I'll be honest, I couldn't find the piece I was trying to work with. You know, it's been one of those things that I had hanging around for like a couple months, and apparently I put it away so good that even I can't find it now. So hello, Linda, and hello, Marlene. Okay, so you guys, we are going to make some cute little vintage style peat pots. And if you guys don't know what peat pots, they're these. I picked up a lot. I picked up a couple packs at the Dollar Tree because you could use these any time of the year. And we're going to be using our cute little vintage Americana people that I had got. These came from Amazon, so I did get a couple of these. You guys know I love my little florals. I've got a skewer that we'll probably use, and I've got some paints, and I have my Excelsior back here, which it's so messy. I'm just going to leave that to the end when we put everything together. So you guys, I started a little bit early. I started a little bit early on this just because, so I don't want to have you guys sitting here all night painting with me, and I'm coming on a little bit late. So there's those of you that are on Eastern time and go to bed a little bit earlier. I wanted you to still kind of come in and see me. So tonight, this is what we are doing. Hello, Mom. Okay, so I started kind of making these a little bit different. We will paint this one together, but I basically did, and I was not trying to do like a perfect job. I want it to be a little, you know, vintage looking. So I painted this red and white, and then we're going to add blue at the top. This one I painted blue, mostly blue and red, and then this one we'll probably do something a little similar. I'll probably do the red and white ones again or something. So I wanted to also show you guys, I know you kind of see these sparkly bowl fillers in Dollar Tree. I actually added some gold paint to these. I would do cinnamon, but I didn't get the cinnamon out, and I would say these would be really cute if you add a little bit of antiquing, which we might do to one of these at the end. And I just kind of like the look it gives, but I don't do a lot of glitter things because my husband doesn't like glitter. And then it ends up everywhere, and I totally understand, and I'm respectful of that. Hello, everybody. Okay, so all I did was basically just freehand. As you can see, some of the stripes are a little bit thinner, some of them are a little thicker. I just freehand a little bit of paint. These peat pots, believe it or not, dry really quickly. I only worked on this probably about 15 minutes ago, so we're good to go there. I may have to grab another skewer, but I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good with that. I've got my glue gun. I think I got everything I need, you guys. I've got my wire cutters and my paint brushes. Yeah, I gotta do something. You guys, I think I'm gonna get one of those mats so I don't have to keep rolling back and hurting myself. Not hurting myself. I'm not hurting myself, but I struggle. So I gotta get my baby wipes out too. All right, you guys, so we're going to start painting now. I'm going to finish the blue on this. One way you can do it, you don't have to do the bottom. I'll probably do the bottom later, but one way you can do it is you can just kind of hold it and do that, you know, around and round. That's my red. That's my, I'm trying to find my blue. There's my blue. And I'm just going to go ahead and just paint that one. And then I think we're going to do something maybe like half and half on this one. So, oh, Linda's on. Hello, Linda. I am so happy that you are here, girl. All right, I'm just going to go ahead. I've been working on this little mat, not mat, but this is one of those pieces of chipboard that I told you guys about. And I already painted on it and everything, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off tonight. So we're just going to use that. That way I have something to paint on. No biggie. But I got a brush that's fairly the biggest, the size for this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll it around the brim of that. Now, you could also, I'm going to show you guys something too. You don't have to use this as like a little planter. You can use this as a little Uncle Sam's hat. So that is another thing that you can do with these. I'm telling you, the possibilities are endless with these. We've worked with these. I worked with these at Easter, and I worked with these at Valentine's Day time. So you guys, I'm still rolling, and I think I still have a whole nother package. So I didn't, you know, they last a really long time. I think I got 2 packets. I may have gotten 3. But they're very, very versatile, and you can do a lot with them. They're sturdy too, so they're not really that thin of paper. They'll probably blow away, but if you feel it, you should be okay. And if you are going to put these outside, I would definitely put a finish on them and put them on a covered porch, because they're not going to last out in the weather very much. So, all right, and then that's it for this one. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get the top a little bit so it doesn't look so unfinished there. I should probably do it with this one too. But there's our little peat pot, okay? Now, for this one, I think I'm going to do half and half. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of draw a line where I want that. And we'll start working with this one. These are really going to be easy. That's why I'm doing a few of them. You guys, there's nothing to these. The most work to these is going to be probably stuffing it or painting it, honestly. Because we already got our little figures. And this is something like a little bit. It's a paper craft. It's kind of a paper craft. It's a little bit. Hello, Amy. Amy, I'm sending you hugs. I don't want to say, Marlene texted me today, so you are in my prayers, girl. I'm sending you hugs. Hello, Mickey. It's good to see you. We are making little Peat pots, Americana, cute little vintage style tonight. I'm making 3 of them. Aw, hello, Amy. I'm glad you popped on. We're sending your prayers, but I hope we cheer you up tonight too, just a little bit. I'm here at work. Oh, you are at work, Sharon. Why are you really working till 8? Do you work till 8, or I thought you said you were working till 9. Do they close at 8 now? My gosh, everything closes at 8. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my day. My day was filled with kind of good news and bad news. I won't mention the bad news, but I had gotten an email, and I was accepted into a craft show that Sharon and I had been wanting to do for a very long time. So we are very, very excited about this opportunity. And apparently the crowds are really, really good at the show. So we are excited. And now we have to start getting all of our product ready, because it takes me, you guys know how it takes us, you know, forever to do anything, right? Well, I want to make sure I'm prepared for the show. I do have some inventory, but some of it is either in storage or I've sold it. So I'm definitely going to make sure. Oh, you always bring a smile to my face. Thank you so much, Amy. Oh, you're not at work. You know, I totally read that. I just noticed that, Sharon. I totally did not read that correctly. So that's my fault. You are not at work, she says. I'm glad you're not at work. You get to hang out with us and not be interrupted. So, like I said, I got that crazy news. And then my husband had texted me some news about our home loan, which was crazy. Oh no, Sandra's messaging me. Sandra, I wish you could hear me. I'm on. Come say hi to me here. But then I had to find, okay, so then I went over to the thrift store because I was looking for something particularly for a craft that I'm planning. So usually, you guys, at the first of the month, or I've been trying to anyway, at the first of the month, I usually sit down and plan out my crafts that I plan on making. Now, all good intentions, we never usually get to all of them because life happens, right? But I usually plan out all of the crafts that I'm doing with you. So when I do that, sometimes I need to go out and get like a specific supply for that particular craft. Well, today I was going to go looking at the thrift store for something that is usually there that you could find. And I have a awesome hospice thrift store down the street from my house. So as soon as I got off work, I ran out the door because usually they close at 6 o'clock. And I was like, well, by the time I get there, it's going to be a little bit after 5 and I'll have, I'll be in and out because I'm only really looking for that. But sometimes I peek around and see what else I can find. Well, I don't know, y'all, but that store now closes at 5 o'clock. So I am bummed because I will never be able to shop there except for on a Saturday because they're closed on Sunday and I work. Unless I'm off work, which I'm usually, if I'm not at work, I'm not home. So, that doesn't really work out for me really either. But I was so bummed because they just changed their hours. And I'm just kind of like, I'm so bummed because I found a lot of like old vintage stuff in there. From a lot of people donate whatever their loved ones, stuff to hospice. I know that's where I donated my grandmother's things that we no longer wanted or needed. Is we went to hospice with it. So anyways, I was super bummed. And then I looked up another thrift store that was kind of across the street. And Google tells me that they're open till 6. Well, guess what? They're open till 5. So I was out of luck with that one as well. So as you can tell, you guys, I'm just kind of super bummed about it. But anyway, that was that. And I got home and I was like, okay, well, I'm not getting that. I did run over to a different Dollar Tree that I'd never been to before. That was over by there. Nothing exciting, but I kind of found what I was looking for, so that was good. But I don't know. It just hasn't been my day. But anyway, I came home and I started looking for the piece that I was going to put together tonight. And I was like, I can't find it. And I literally tore apart my craft room, although I did try to put some of it back as I was going. Because, you never want to just ruin your craft room. And I still can't find it. And I probably won't get this item until Christmas time again. So, it's somewhere. I looked in every single bin. It's somewhere, though. Will you be doing another card class next week? You know what, Cheryl? I will. I don't think I'm going to do it on Tuesday because something's been on my heart about Tuesdays. But I think we're going to do it on Thursdays. I think we'll do it Thursdays. So my mom is going to be in the comments, and it's something that I'm doing for my mom because she doesn't want to start her own page. I don't know why. If you guys saw her video, it was she did a great job. So applause to my mom for doing a great job on that video. I know she's here watching too, so I'm not just saying that because she's watching. But yes, I think we are going to keep doing different techniques. And if I can get my schedule going, I think on Thursdays we'll do that. Fingers crossed, no sick dog. Oh yes, of course. Well, you guys can always watch the replays too. Those are always available. But I know it's fun when you get to see it in person. I know that's more fun. So I think we'll do trading Thursdays. I'm going to change that on my page. So anyway, I hope you guys had a great day. It was kind of crazy at work. Just a couple odd things happened at work today, which, you know, nothing too bad. But work is work, and it takes up your time. And I was trying to make phone calls and send emails and send letters. I had some an order to send out for Etsy and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's that. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and paint the inside of this red. And it's, of course, not going to be perfect because I don't have a brush that thick. But we're just going to kind of run with it. Actually, you know what? I might put a little white line there too. I think I might do that. That way it looks kind of like flag. I almost said flag-ish. I've got my own thing going on today. I've got my own lingo. So let's see. I say there's 3 eyeballs watching me. So apparently 8 o'clock is not a good time for me to come on. Or some other of our favorite crafters is on. But that's okay, you guys. I'm on replay. If you're watching me on replay, please tell me that you stopped by, said hi, that you like my craft, how you found me, all that other stuff. All that other good stuff. Cheryl, I still have to watch you, darling. I forgot what your page name was. I was looking for it the other day. But usually when I'm able to get a little FaceTime in, I'm always like at work. And if my phone rings, that's it. I'm done for. Because I've got to focus on my work. So if you don't mind putting your page in there again for me, dear, so I can get caught up with you, I'm going to sit down one evening and watch some of your videos. I thought you said you had a page. You sprinkled? Thank you, Sharon. Of course you sprinkled. So Sharon and I are super excited about our show. So, and then of course I had to call my other friend Melanie, and I got to talk to her today because she does some shows as well. So I had to tell her about this one, and you know, just checking on your friends is always a good thing. All right, so I'm going to put that red one there because I don't want to put that back in my water. And then I'm going to use just a little bit more of this white. Okay, 4 people. That's not bad. I've had worse. I've literally sat through a whole live and I don't think anybody ever came on. It was so sad. It was so sad. Let me put a little bit more of this paint on. I have the big one, you guys, and I'm just using regular acrylic. You could use chalk, you could use whatever you have. Don't use watercolor though. It won't really work with this. I don't think so, anyway. So my husband and my daughter are cooking tonight. Isn't that fun? Hopefully we can do Hey Hyra Honeybee Festival. Yes, Sharon, I'm excited about that one. So Hey Hyra, if you're new to my page or watching new, is in Georgia. And Sharon and I did that one last year. It was super fun. It was a little tiring. We just did the one day. But it was nice. It was a nice little honeybee festival in the middle, smack dab in the middle of a cute little town in Georgia. People are really nice. It was a nice time. And people come from all over to that one, apparently. And that one is also in October. I don't know, I kind of like the stripe one. I wanted to make them all different. You're still here, Amy? Okay. Thank you, Amy. Amy's still here. I don't know. Facebook might be telling me the wrong number. But it's okay. It's funky sometimes, you know? All right. I am starting to run into the red a little bit. I wouldn't recommend... I would say dry this before... Oops, I messed up there. I would say dry this before you do layers, but because we're on live and for time's sake, I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna paint right over it. And this will be the last one we do. So, okay. We still might need this paint, so I'm just gonna leave this out for a second. All right, so. For these guys are pretty much done. I think I'm going to speckle this. Well, I don't know. I also have a dauber. I could do a dauber. Let me do the dauber. Let's just do it. You know what? I need to be a doer, like I said. I would say if you've got like a little star shape or something. Oops, I'm not doing it right. It'd be helpful if I did it right. Oh, that's a little big. You know what? That's okay. We're going to work with it. I'm just going to put a few more daubs on this. This is hard. That's why. It's all hardened up. But that's okay. I have an idea of what we can do in the middle right there. But let me do, I'm going to get my dotting tool. I've got the dotting tool. It'll be my first time using it, as you can see. My first time using, that's probably way too much, but anyway. It's my first time using this dotting tool, and I got this one from Dollar Tree. I think I'm going to do the bigger ones. So basically, I'm going to stick it in the paint. I'm not going to put it all the way in. I just want to get it on the tip. And then I'm just going to dot it. So just a little bit on your tip and dot it. I did not take a class on this, so don't think I'm an expert. I'm just randomly dotting. You could technically like try to make a star with it, but I'm not bothering with it. But I do kind of like the way it looks. Now, for those of you that are not in the USA, these Americana projects are not subject to just America. You can definitely use your flag colors and make the same type of craft. In fact, I was actually thinking about doing, I know, I don't know all the holidays, of course, for all the countries. Gosh, I'd be super smart if I knew that. But you can do, just make like a little flag planter that looks like your country. That would be very representative. Did I say that right? That would represent your country well. I don't know if I said that right. My mom's saying hello to you, Cheryl. Yes, we did miss you, Cheryl, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I don't stress about that kind of stuff. I just like to sit here and create and be here for you guys. I think we're going to leave it like that. I don't know. I guess I'll put a few more dots in the back. The paint's already here. I probably should do this a little faster than I am, but I want to make sure that was pretty in the back. What a difference that little dotting tool makes. See? Oh, that's cute. Hello, Maribel. I haven't seen you forever, girl. What's up? I'm so happy you're here today. I missed you. I have missed some of my regular peeps, but life happens, and I know everybody's getting ready for. We're gonna be doing some other Mother's Day crafts this week and next week, you guys, because Mother's Day is coming. Mother's Day is coming quick. I should have done Mother's Day, but everybody's been doing Americana, and I've just been getting excited about it, so heck yeah. All right, we'll do this little person first. So you guys, we're going to do some little, I think I'm going to put her in here, because that matches her dress. So we're going to do these little, like, vintage cards. Hello, Teresa. Welcome again. Thanks for joining us. I got these off Amazon. They came like 2 or 3 of each character came in a pack. You're doing a live raffle to pick the May ATC soon? Okay, yes, definitely. So anybody that sprinkles that video out, make sure you're telling me so I can put you in the raffle. My mom's going to do the raffle on her end. I'm just sending her all the names, and then you can either message me or her, and then she'll be mailing that out. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So what I think I'm going to do is, let's see, kind of like them together. So I think I'm going to do her. So she is a front and back. So what you could do is you could take the second character that looks like her, and you can probably put them together. Let me look real quick. I got this particularly for my little card supplies that we're going to be doing next week, or, you know, in the next couple months. So what you could do is you could put these two together like this, and then glue your little skewer in between them. Okay, I think I'm just going to glue it on the one side just because we don't really need it. You could also put a little background on it, or you can attach it to a wood slice. There's lots of different things that you can do to make it a little bit more sturdy, but it's definitely your choice. I'm just going to make it a little bit easy tonight. Put a Jenga block in between. That would be too, I think that'd be too thick. But we're just gonna glue it on, honestly. That's all we're gonna need. All right, so let me put, we don't need that much showing. I'm gonna do, I got 3 of them to do, and I got the one skewer stick with me right now. All right, so let me put a little bit of glue on here. And you can even use like little things that we used last night, like the little tape. You could use the tape. Let me see if that'll work. That might work a little bit better than hot glue. Let's see. Oops. And you only need to put it like, what, a third of the way up, a fourth of the way up. And I would do just like maybe two little things of it, just to make sure it gives it a little extra support. That's what I would do. Case Find Glitter and Gifts. Oh, I totally read that wrong. Case Find Gifts event. Vendor is watching. Hello, how are you? I totally said the name wrong. I thought I read the word glitter. I've got glitter on my mind. Hi, Shay. How are you, Shay? We're making vintage style peat pots. And I've got lots more fun stuff planned. I started making my schedule for this month and the crafts that we are going to be doing. And we are going to start on Mother's Day. I think I'm going to start Mother's Day on Friday. That way we'll do a couple over the weekend. Hey, Sandra! Hey, Sandra girl. I saw that you called me, or I don't even know why I'm bringing that out. I don't need to bring that out. Yeah, I don't need to bring that out. I saw your message come through, and I'm like, why is she messaging me? She knows it's 8 o'clock, right? It was funny. I was like, Sandra, I'm here live, but you couldn't hear me, of course. All right, this stuff is messy, and you can do the green moss, you can do the Excelsior, you can use whatever you want. We're just kind of popping this out tonight. And I just realized it's open on both sides. How silly of me. There you go. Oh, that's not the one we're doing. We're doing this guy. All right. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I'm moving that over there because it's making a mess. I'm going to put a little glue on the outer side, just so it has something to kind of like adhere to. All right. We could use a little bit more than that, but I got some more goodies planned for it, so we'll just kind of poke a little hole in there. And there's that so far. It looks super cute. I'm sorry, I noticed the time shortly after I hit send. I know, Sandra, so I don't know how you people in Arizona do it, because it's like you got to remember our time frame, and then you got to remember our time change. It's crazy. It's crazy, girlfriend. All right. Now, what I plan on doing with her is I'm going to go ahead and stick a couple of these little picks in here, and I'm going to make them, and I'll show you guys what I do if you haven't seen it before, of course. Let me throw this stuff away. And then I've got some twine too to kind of finish it off. Let me see. Where's the end on this sucker? There we go. I feel like I'm unraveling it backwards, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna do that. We're just gonna kind of cut it in half a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use her stick to kind of roll these two together, or put these two together, I should say. Kind of attach it to it, right? And then we're gonna have them face up. And then I'm just gonna take like a little paintbrush that I have, or a marker, whatever you have, something that's round. It's not easy. I bet it's not. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of roll this. I start at the bottom. You can use your finger too, but this just kind of makes it a little cutesy. So start at the bottom, and I'm probably gonna put a little glue in place here because it is trying to slide down on me. And now you have just like that. Now you can also do it with the white, which I am. We're gonna put a little extra bling on her. I'm doing a little extra bling. And you guys, I look for 2 years for these little berries. Pick berries, I think they're called. Somebody said it on their live and I was like, that's what it's called. I've been saying floral the whole time. I knew it was from the floral department, but I didn't know the name until I watched one of you guys. I can't remember who said it. It may have been you, Sandra. I can't remember though. It probably was you. I usually never miss you. Or I always watch the replay if I do miss you. All right, and then again, I'll probably have to put two things of glue in place. Hold on. Let me put this little sucker up here. Ooh, I'm hungry, girls. Girls and guys, I am hungry tonight. I've been missing you a lot lately. I've been trying to do my telegram too. But you know what? The other night was my fault, Sandra, because I forgot to send out the telegram, and I realized it on my live, and I was like, oh well, because I don't have another device to like handy to send out a telegram. Plus, I only have this on my phone. I only have Telegram on my phone. All right, now if you want to get fancy, you can go ahead and do like the red as well, but we're just doing it this one. We're just doing it this one. And you can make them different lengths too. I just thought about that. That would be actually cute if you do them different lengths. We're just gonna swing it around there. And then again, just start at the bottom. And you can always shape it however and then stick it up. It's kind of like curling your hair. And I gotta get your box out to you, girlfriend. That I am so behind on. I keep adding to it though. The longer I take, the more stuff you're gonna get, Sandra. And then like in 6 months, you're gonna have like a huge box to come to your door. Oh my gosh. And my pickberries are falling off. Oh no. I don't know why. Probably because it's Dollar Tree, but you know. All right. So there's our little girl with all of her like little florals. Now I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue at the very bottom. Probably not that much glue, but that works. And then I'm just going to stick it in there and kind of hold it in place so it does stick up. That might be a little tricky. Hello, Connie. How are you? You started a box for me, Sandra? You're so crazy. You don't need to send me a box. I saw something in the store and I had to get it for you because it screamed you. And then I saw something else and then I was like, I'm just going to make her a box because I owe her Happy Meal anyway. You won one of my Happy Meals one time and then I forget what happened. I think I got busy or you said don't send it or something. And I was like, this girl thinks I'm not going to send her Happy Meal. She's crazy. A bead threader. Oh, yes. Somebody had mentioned I needed one. And I was like, what? All right. So I think this little girl is ready to, well, she's sort of ready. There she is right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put some twine on her. I want to wait for this glue to set a little bit more. I might put a little bit more glue on there just because. And I was thinking too, you could use a little piece of foam. I had them out earlier, but you could use like a little ball and cut it in half like a foam ball, and that foam ball fits in here perfectly. That's how I did my little Groots. If you guys didn't see that video, you gotta watch that because I showed it. I don't think I did it with you all, but anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick a little star in there, which glue doesn't really stick to styrofoam that well, so I'm just going to put like 2 little beads of glue where I want to have it positioned. And I'm just going to stick it in there. We'll see how it holds. But these are those little gold stars that you literally can get. And what I did is I painted them with like the outdoor gold. And I got, you could add cinnamon to it too to make it look a little bit more rustic and vintage. But I love that. All right, let's go ahead and just, so we have one done at least, we're going to put this one on. I've got the red and white from Christmas. You guys know I love my twine. I got the red and white from Christmas, and then I've got the blue, so that is perfect. And like I said, guys, I'm going to just kind of wrap these and twist them together. Like I said, guys, you don't have to make this Americana. This can be whatever flag that you want if you do not live in the, whatever country. You don't have to live in our country to make these, my goodness. But I know a lot of people love the Americana, and it represents summertime. It really does. Hello, sweet Amy. How are you? We're doing something cutesy tonight. Now, you could leave it like that. I actually might do a little something just to kind of make that, or you can trim it even. You could even put like a little vintage button on it. I think that's what I might do. Let me pull this up in the back a little bit. I probably will put a little bead of glue here, just so it shows up in the back, so it's not falling down. But there is our first one. Yes. Oh, I know. He's in your box already, Sandra. He's ready to go. I'm going to be sending this out soon. Okay. There you go. There's our first one. So cutesy, right? So easy to make. Hello, Liz. How are you? Okay. Let's make our second. We're going to make three all together. So this one, I think I'm going to put the gold star with them. I'm going to put them in the back. So I did this one already. This is the one we just recently painted. And then we just did paint that one too. Let me get a little more Excelsior. I'm going to need a bag to put this in because I totally opened it up on both sides. I must have been really excited about making a craft and decided to open it some more. All right. Let me put my glue in here, you guys. The only thing I don't like about this Excelsior stuff is it's so messy. So messy. I am going to put a little bit more in here, though, so it holds. You can use moss anyway, too. I was telling Sandy about my moss that I got. I got all this moss for $10. I had to peel it apart myself. Hello, Peggy. How are you? But I got all this moss for $10 from Amazon. I had to pull it all apart. I did put the link in that video, though, that I was showing it off at, if you guys are interested. I just had another idea, too, but I'll have to see if I can do that idea. Let me see. Do I have another skewer? I might have to get up and get another skewer. Okay. Woo. All right. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to use this tape. You can use any tape. You can glue it. However you want to do it. It's fine. And this tape is really cheap, too. It's $1.49. There's a lot on it. I just want to do 2 pieces on it just so it kind of holds. This is when I was painting it. I've got some paints on there. Peggy, I was just telling everybody you do not have to do this Americana. You could do something like this for Canada. My friend from across the falls. I only say that because I'm from Niagara Falls. You're across the falls from us. That's where Canada is. Is anybody else from Niagara Falls besides Marlene and Amy? Well, they're in the same area as Niagara Falls anyways. I need to take my husband there. He told me he will go there to see my birthplace. One day. I don't know when, but one day. One day he's going to. Okay, this is too thick. I'm going to cut a little bit off. Peggy says, cute. All right, I'm going to be quick with it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, this is a star that I did a little bit of red on this side. I did not do, we are 1/4 Canadian. Well, there we go. How in the world do I have glue up here? I think it got stuck on my light. Thank you, Amy. Hello, is it Doris? Is it Doris or Darius? I want to say your name right, but welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to stick, because I want to see her cute little shoes. I think I'm going to stick the star on this side, but I want to tone it down a little bit with this gold. So let me do that real quick. I did it already with this red star as well. It doesn't need that much. I could probably just do it straight on there, but let's see. Is this my gold? Yes, that's what I used the gold for earlier. I'm just going to kind of just paint over all of this because that blue kind of comes through. I'll show you guys up close. That blue kind of comes through the sparkliness, but the gold kind of tones it down. That's not as bright. And you can mix the gold with like another brown, or like I said, you can put some cinnamon on it. Just sprinkle it, and that'll make it very primitive looking. And don't forget to get your sides too. I'm probably going to have gold all over my fingers when this is over. This one has red and gold on this side. I did put a little red in there. Apparently there's a dog outside. 100% for me. Aw, Peggy, you are always on people's lives. You catch everybody, girl. I was painting and decorating the wooden Dollar Tree seahorse earlier today. Peggy, you gotta show me a picture. I want to see. I have an idea for mine. And I'm excited about it. We'll see what happens. All right. I think I'm going to do the gold on this side. That's to hold, that's to just kind of hide that little white thing that we did earlier. I don't know how well it's going to hold. If this doesn't hold, I have another star right here that we'll use. But that's what I use for now. We'll see how that one works. Now, let me put my little thingies on. I think I'm just going to glue them in. You can make them ahead of time too, and then cut it. That might be better. It's really up to you. I think I'm just going to put one of each because I don't want to take away from this girl and her little shoes too much. You can even put like little succulents or plants in here. It's really whatever you'd like. I'm just here to give you the ideas. All right. I know I've made very, very similar things to this, so this is nothing new. However, you don't want to miss tomorrow. I got a plan for tomorrow. Hello, Linda. How are you? Thingies, pit fairies. Yes, the thingies. I did say it right earlier before you came on, Peggy. I promise. Cheryl, I believe Christy is doing ATC next week. Yes, I will be doing something probably on a Thursday. Probably on a Thursday. I think dinner is just about done, but I have one more to do, and then we will see what happens. Let you go. I know it's getting late, right? It's almost 9. It's some of you guys' bedtimes soon, right? Yeah, this is not staying on here very well, so I'm gonna do something different before I move on to my last one. I think it's this. I think it's just the strings from my little pieces here. I've got these stars. I know we made these with, I always leave my stars out when I do my Christmas stuff because you always use them at this time of year. So I'm going to go ahead and do my, of course I put the brush in here. I'm going to get my gold. And it's definitely red and gold. Let me fix this. And I'm just going to paint this real quick. And we'll let this one dry to the end. It kind of looks rustic now. That way it's not just a plain old wooden heart. Those I think came from Dollar Tree at Christmas time. So make sure you get yourself an extra pack. I always thought they were pit berries. Aw. Yes, they were. They are. And I just, like I said, I recently figured out what the name of them was. Because I always said floral or whatever I said. I don't even remember what I said. This side is dry, so I'm actually going to glue it. I think we're okay to glue it. Hold that on there really quick. That is glue. You could definitely use the Type Bond too if you wanted. All right, we're going to do this one. This is our last one. And then if you have any questions or ideas, shoot them out there. Let's share. I'm pretty sure I'll be sweeping this stuff up for a week. Another good thing that you can do is you can kind of, you know, shape it into where you want it to go and make that little hole for your little skewer. I'm going to have to put these on a tray when I show them to you guys. Very stringy glue tonight. I don't know what the issue is. It's usually not this bad, but we'll see what happens. Of course, I curl it. That's my poor husband. My husband hasn't been feeling good, you guys. I know he'll yell at me if I say anything, but pray for him. He definitely needs the prayers. He is a go-getter, and he's one that does not like to go to the doctor. And I understand. Ooh, I have like a fly in here. I understand. Most men are like that, right? Most men are like that. He's very typical of that. Doesn't like people to, you know, fuss over him. Okay. Cut that off just a little bit. Put a little bit of this at the bottom. There's that glue. And then we're going to put this big star kind of like sitting in front of them, which I'm going to put at like a little angle. And you guys, you can use cardboard stars if you don't find these at Dollar Tree. I know they're kind of a pain in the neck, but I love this one. I think I'm just going to put like one little... I think I'm going to put like one little thing on this one, and I think this one will be good. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Connie. All right. Of course. I try not to ruin my scissors, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking the other one would be better. We'll just make them all match. I'll just do the extra 2 seconds and put that one with it. Although these are falling off for some reason, very easily. We'll see what happens. I'll put one on each side, I think. Yeah, just like that. I kind of get in my own I kind of get in my own thoughts when I'm sitting here trying to put the details in here. I think all of us get that way, right? Okay. There's that one. And then I just try to find the thickest part of this stuff to put the glue on. And I'm just going to kind of stick it in there. And these are so cute and darling. These are perfect for your tier tray or, you know, just with anything. These are so cute. So I think I'm going to leave the ribbon off of this one because this one already kind of has an embellishment. And then I think I'll just put the twine on these guys. But I think I'm just going to put it, I'm just going to glue it. I obviously didn't cut that right, but now I'm thinking something totally different. I could put it like a firecracker. Now I'm just playing with it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist these together. And then put a little knot in it, like it just tried to do on its own. And I think I'm just going to stick it on there, and then I'll put a button. Because I want them to be a little different. Nope, I definitely want to hang it off the side. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. You guys, I am loving crafting with you guys. It is always a joy for me when I craft with you guys. All right, we got to get like an antique looking button here. What's going on? Here I go, dumping my buttons. I'm always dumping my buttons. I found one though. That one's a little bit more antique. I just love it when you guys come on here and share your ideas. I'm glad you love them. Yep, my mom loves them. Sharon. Sandra loves them. I'm sure Sharon does too. But she didn't fall asleep already. Oh, thank you, Miss Connie. I appreciate that. I try. I'm just here to inspire. All good positive vibes here. And I just like, I don't know, like I feel like just like anything, practice makes perfect. And when I am trying to create new things and, you know, create new things for my business as well as even, you know, my shows and selling, you know, my stuff, why not make a little money out of it, you know? I think the practice and all the communication helps with that stuff. Okay. When are we going to put this on? I want to show it to you, like, together, right? So, let's see. Okay. All right. We're going to put them on the tray so you can see them all together, how they look. Because they're, like, a set, right? So, we're going to put this guy here. Probably like that. Oop. See, you can put that foam or some rocks in there too so it doesn't fall like that. But there we go. The fan's going, of course. There is our little vintage little peat pots for tonight. I love these. And these you can find on Amazon. The peat pots you can probably buy on Amazon. They were at Dollar Tree at springtime. But I think these would look really cute on, you know, if you have like a vintage area in your house or like a tiered tray, those would look super, super cute. You could even do a couple of these stars and hang them around, or I actually happen to have, this is how I would probably display it, just, you know, just have like a cookie cutter behind it or something for the stars. You guys can get creative with this, but thank you so much. They're adorable. Aw, thank you, Connie. So that is what we made tonight. Of course, everything's gonna fall on me. I hope you guys like this. Now, tomorrow's gonna be a real treat. It's something very different I've not seen before. It is a spin onto something that I've kind of already created one of these for you. They are cute all together, right? Super cute. You can put them with some florals. Even you could even put like, you could even do like one of these and put like pit berries around it to kind of bring those out. I know, and they turned out cute, right? So if I do put these in an auction, I'll probably do all of them as a set. But I'm going to put these up here for now because we need to start filling up our area for this month. I took some of my 80s stuff down, you guys. So let me put these up here. Look, you can't even see that star. Here, let me switch them. Now you can see them better. They're super cute. All right, so you guys don't forget, tomorrow I will probably be on at my normal time around 7. If I do decide to come on any other time, I will definitely let you know. Lights would be really cute around them. My daughter stole my batteries and she left me with one set of fairy lights. Silly girl. I told her, buy her own batteries. But you know kids, you know, even when they're an adult, they like to take your stuff. Borrow your stuff, right? Anyway, hello, Kristen. Dang, thanks for joining me. We just made these really cute vintage peat pots with our little vintage characters. Make sure you go back and watch the replay. I know you kind of popped on right at the end. So I will let you guys go. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.